and welcome to the Nerdic podcast, episode 140. Daniel,
147.
147. 147 is, fun fact, is a snooker terminology for when you get the highest possible score in a game of snooker. It is when you proceed to pot a red and then a black and then a red and then a black and then a red and then a black, and then you will get the score 147.
I don't know this game, but that's cool.
1471. I'm wrong. It's 1471. 147.
What?
Let me see.
You're naming a game I don't even know.
Snooker. So it's basically because like you're American.
Like backgammon?
It's like pool, but like snooker's like more better because there's more like better rules and it's a bigger table.
Pool.
It's a bigger table. It's there's more rules, and some would say it's a sophisticated.
Yeah, games are better with more rules usually.
147. Oh, it is a 147. There we go.
There you go. You're right.
Anyway, we are a video games podcast, not a snooker podcast. So if you're here to listen to about Stephen Hendry, Ronnie O'Sullivan, Stephen Lee, I don't know, and so basically, so my uncle,
yes,
absolutely infatuated with snooker, right? And my uncle, not the most entertaining of people, right? Lovely bloke. I love my Uncle Chris. Shout out to Uncle Chris. He used to take me to the video game store, like unwillingly. I'd be like, listen, I need to drop this game off. I'm going to get charged. He's like, listen, I'm not taking you. Get you. Like, Uncle Chris, I need you to sort me out. It's like my male role model. But anyway, he likes snooker. Sure. He likes snooker. And like, I just wanted to play my games. So I'm just sat there and he's like, oh yeah, snooker this, Ronnie O'Sullivan this, Stephen Hendry that. And I wasn't listening. Turns out I was listening. And I have all this snooker knowledge that I don't need.
It's just in the back of the brain.
He's just told me it, and I've just absorbed it. Yeah. It's like Stephen Hendry, like 7-time world champion. How do I know that? Why do I know that? Ronnie O'Sullivan, the fastest 147. Like, why do I know this?
Why
do I know this? Jimmy White, like legendary snooker player. Steve Davis.
Did they also play pool?
No. Well, some of them actually do go and play pool for a bit of cash. Like they go to the States, play some pool because obviously they've got the skills, and then they go and play pool and then just rack up some cash. But snooker. I can't believe you've never heard of snooker. Like the Americans.
I feel like I've heard of the name, but I don't know what game it is.
Well, like Greg Miller, like normally does it like snooker.
No, I've heard snooker before.
Yeah, snooker. It's just a bigger table. There's a brown ball. There's a pink ball. There's a yellow ball. There's a brown ball. There's a blue ball. Pink.
They're not numbered. It's just colors.
No. So to clear the table at the end, you'd have to do the brown, the yellow, the green, the blue, the pink, and then the black, and then it's over. But basically, whoever gets the highest points wins.
Sure.
And there's like best of 7 frames or whatever.
Each ball is a particular amount of points.
Yeah. This is just a snooker podcast at this point, isn't it?
Of course.
It's just a snooker podcast. Oh man, I have so much knowledge about snooker, and I just don't need it. What do I do with this? What do I do with this?
I don't know. You're telling me that's what you're doing with it.
Daniel, I don't know if you know this, right, but my Twitter fame has shot through the roof past couple of weeks.
Sure.
Like, I'm very famous on Twitter right now. So basically, I had my prime adventures from the last time I was on the podcast. I do struggle to get on the podcast at the moment. Thursday's busy day for Steve, busy day, and we do the podcast on a Thursday. Some would say inconvenient, but we manage. We sort it. We're a good team. We're a solid team of 3. So anyway, I tweeted out. I was like, look, got this Prime. And then Prime retweeted it. So the head of their socials.
Hey.
I was like, here's Steve and his kid getting the Prime. I'd get a picture up, but it's just too much.
That's fine. That's okay. I trust you.
So then me and my good friend, right, Matt Storm Surge on the Twitter, Storm Sphere on the Twitter, go check him out. He's a very opinionated individual. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, even if they are wild. And, you know, an opinion is an opinion. Like, I can say, right, that the USA soccer team, trash. absolute garbage. Don't deserve to be in the round of 16. Shit football. But then that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're having a conversation about the Game Awards. He has his opinions, I got my opinions. And then all of a sudden, here comes the infamous, the legendary, the one and only Jeff Keighley. He's like, listen, this is what I say. I'm not going to repeat what he says. If you want to go interact on Twitter, go and have a look. Look me up, Sims Gaming Time. Me and Stormsphere's there. We're having a chat. But yeah, man. Jeff Keighley just popping up in my tweets. He's like, yo, Steve.
Yeah, he
I'm like,
replied.
yo, Jeff. It's great, man. Good times.
He knows you by your first name now.
Well, go for some drinks. Go for some drinks. Yeah, so that's it really. There's not much news, so we could just keep talking, Daniel. How you feeling, Daniel? How you feeling?
I'm good.
You feeling good, man? You feeling good?
Yeah.
How's work? Is work good?
That's fine.
Making the pizza?
No.
Making the dough? Fresh pasta?
Yeah.
You make fresh pasta?
Yeah,
Do you make fresh pasta?
No.
No.
I make dough.
It's hard work, that fresh pasta malarkey.
Mm-hmm.
So, I believe this is the part where Connor... Connor, not here. Dead. Again.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Ran over by the Coca-Cola truck. The Christmas truck just gone. It was like, is the season do and then dead. It Connor on the way through Milwaukee, dead. So rest in peace, Connor. Rest in peace. Some would say better without him. So this is the part where Connor says it's been a very busy week in the world of video games.
Mm-hmm. He always says that.
That would be a lie. We will start with the biggest news of the week. There has been a new trailer for the new Super Mario Brothers movie. Daniel, did you watch the trailer?
I did. This actually seemed like more of a trailer. The other one seemed like a teaser. We actually got like some stuff in this. Got more characters.
We got some stuff in this.
Yeah. I thought it was a good trailer. I'm not, this movie, it's not really necessarily for me. It's going to be for kids, but I think it looks great. Like the animation looks really good. I'm not a big Illumination fan. Like they're running the Despicable Me / Minions universe into the ground, but like, they're at least a competent team, and it shows here. Like they're putting a lot of work into it. It looks pretty high budget, so yeah, looks great. What about you?
I've just seen the YouTube chat. Tired of being alone? We'll help you. Daniel, are you alone? Do you need help?
No, that's a spot.
It's funny. Big shout out to Nick in the chat. I should have plugged this earlier. I was unfortunate to be it because I am a loser that have not played probably one of the best games of the year. So I hear Daniel, Connor, and Nick, and one of Nick's friends. I've not met this individual. And John. Good, strong name, John. Like, if you can't trust a John, who can you trust? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I'm saying? No, John. Do you know what I mean?
I guess.
John.
Sure.
Yeah, they're all there. So head over to Just for Fun reviews. What's the YouTube link? I'm really sorry.
Just go to Just for Fun.
Just for Fun reviews. On YouTube. Look for the one of the best YouTube channels on there. They're talking about all things spoilers, all things God of War, Ragnarok. I can't go on there. It's like minefield. You just go in there. The
whole video is just spoilers.
Yeah,
so it's like an hour of us talking.
It's like a field full of rakes. You don't want to be doing that. If you've not seen it, you don't want to be stepping on no rakes. Going back to the Mario thing. I watched it once I was there, like live. The football had just finished. Soccer for the Americans. You suck. Your whole football team sucks. That's going to be a theme for the whole podcast.
They moved on.
Not bothered. You just full of fucking stupid, trashy, fucking stupid soccer players. Bullshit. I'm not bitter about this 0-0 draw one bit. Yeah, I watched it once. It was a good time, man. You got Miyamoto. He's like, you all right? Why did they say like Chris San and like Daniel San? What is that about? Can somebody educate me about this? Because like I like it,
I'm not the most educated, but they have little things that they would put on the end. It's usually like a Mister, or it's like it designates like um
So
a
is it
role,
their way of saying Mr. Stevenson?
pretty much, or like a senpai is also one of them as well.
You reckon I could be a senpai?
No,
Why not? Am I not noble enough?
you don't got the senpai in you.
That might be the most disrespectful thing you've ever said. So yeah, I mean the had Joe Rogan, not Joe Rogan.
Seth
Uh,
Rogen. I didn't watch it. I only watched the trailer.
yeah, I
I
watched
didn't
the whole
watch like
thing. It was good, man.
the little thing.
They're really proud of this. Like, do you know what I mean? They're bringing on Illuminations, the head guy at Illuminations. They have a quick video of him just rolling around in money. He doesn't say anything. He's just like, hee hee, just throwing all his money around in his minions and shit. Like,
Scrooge McDuck's just diving in the cold.
um, yeah, and you know they show us the actors, and like it's nice to see the face behind the voice, because you know
Yeah.
people like myself, like I know some actors, but I didn't know the lady, and like I've never seen the lady.
You don't know
before.
Anya Taylor-Joy?
Oh, I don't know Anya
You don't
Taylor-Joy.
watch Queen's Gambit?
Oh, it's her in it, the chess lady.
Yes.
No, I've not seen it.
Yes.
Um,
Okay. Yeah, it's her.
but yeah, and then the trailer got on the way, and like, I mean, there's some. I've watched it once, so off memory, I know there's Mario Kart and there's Rainbow Road, and I was like, fucking hell, this is well good, and like, yeah, it was a fun time. It looks like a great movie. I'm looking forward to it. Like, I'm really excited about just going to the movies. I might take a child or two with me. I'm just gonna have a good time, man. Like, I want to see what's going on in that Mushroom Kingdom, and like, you know, Chris Pratt's voice. Let's not talk about that.
It's
Sarah?
fine. I think people make way too big of a deal. It's fine. It's not the best. He's clearly the just kind of they want him to be a specific way, but
I suppose at what point does it become offensive? Do you know what I mean? If
it
Chris Pratt's
wouldn't.
putting
I
his
don't.
Italian, like, I don't know, but some people could be like, oh, he's trying to put on this
I
stupid
mean, it's
accent.
more
I
New
don't know.
York than
Like,
anything, not Italian. I'd say it's just more a New York accent.
I mean, what did you see? What have you seen? Is there any Easter eggs there that I've
I've seen
missed?
some
Like,
few. There was he was like flying in a Tanuki suit. I saw
saw
there
that, yeah, that
was
was a good time.
Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, and Dixie
Missed
in
all that.
one shot, and there's like a little bit. It's behind Donkey Kong when they're doing the Smash fight thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Behind him, they're in like the stadium. There's one shot of some Yoshis. If you saw the Yoshis, like the
Oh,
different colored
you,
Yoshis. Um, yeah, there's probably some more that I'm not thinking of, but the Tanuki suit was the big one for me. I saw him flying in his little Tanuki suit.
yeah, I didn't expect to see them in the Mario Karts. Like, I didn't
No, I
expect
don't think
that.
anyone did.
And then them just having a great time on Rainbow Road. So like, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's not much we can talk about. Like, I'm excited for this movie. Like, you know, I like going to see these. I like Sonic, so why wouldn't I like Mario? Like, so, and obviously Illuminations. Like, I think we went to see like Life of Pets with the kids. We seen, I think one or two of the movies, the Minion movies at the cinema. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Be great. And like, Nick in the chat, like they're going to be setting up a Super Smash Brothers universe. Like, why not? Like,
That would be
you know,
crazy. Because I
we're
think
sitting
Donkey Kong's getting his own movie, right?
having that platform, and like Mario jumping at Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's like, listen, motherfucker, bosh, have some of that. So, I mean, yeah, like, it's just gonna make lots of money, innit? It's just gonna make too much money, and then
It hope that's probably what they plan. We'll see though.
it's always
We'll
the
see
plan.
how big the IP is with with movies, not just the games. Yeah. Shout out to Charlie Day. We got a little bit of his Luigi.
Yeah,
Charlie Day is just a gem. I love him. I do have one gripe. My only gripe, really, for the whole trailer is Donkey Kong's design. It kind of looks like original Donkey Kong, arcade Donkey Kong, like classic. I don't really like that design. I kind of like his new Donkey Kong design. I wish they would have stuck with that new design instead of kind of going more old school. But
they made a big song and dance about it though. That they've changed the design first time in so many years, etc., etc. So, I mean, it's a brave move, especially in a movie. Like,
it is, yeah.
I mean, and maybe they should have introduced it into Super Mario Galaxy 4 or whatever, or Super Mario Odyssey 2 or whatever, and then gone from there, or maybe just done. Oh, this is Donkey Kong Tropical Not Freeze, and then had that design in there and see where they went with that, see what kind of reaction they got. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting. Do you know what I mean? Like, we had that Trash Fire Mario movie years and years and years ago. This can only be better,
Yeah,
right?
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
I've never seen it.
It's a fun
Um,
movie.
like just Nick says in the chat, like, do you think this will be the best the video game movie adaptation? And he's wrong, obviously, because
Hmm.
Sonic is the best.
I still think Mortal Kombat might be the best, the original Mortal Kombat movie. I don't know if any superhero movie or a video game movie has been that. Um, yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Uncharted was good.
It was okay. Uncharted's probably. I mean, the first Lara Croft was okay.
Yeah, that was such a moment, wasn't it? As well,
That first
such a
Lara
moment.
Croft,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
We
mean,
had
even the
you.
new one with Alicia Vikander, I thought was okay. I think it didn't like review awfully. I thought that was fine.
I've not seen that one.
Sonic 1 and 2, I'm not as high on as most people. I think they did get better, but even Sonic 2 needed some cleaning up. Like I don't like that whole
Don't say it.
that
Don't say
everything
it.
about the
Don't
movie.
say that. Don't
The
say that.
wedding scene, it's awful. It's
Oh my
so
god.
bad. It brings
Oh
that
my
movie
god.
down
It's
so
so
much.
good, man. It's such a good 15 minutes.
No, it's not. It
15
needs to be cut
long
out.
minutes.
Yep.
Do you remember the soundtrack to Tomb Raider?
I don't.
The original
Should
Tomb Raider.
I?
It was like U2 was like, hello, hello, do that same red birdie. And I was a young boy, man. It was always on Kerrang radio. It was such a good time, man. Like Lara Croft and a young Angelina Jolie. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
man. It was still a bad movie. We will move on because we can only talk about a movie for so long. And
I do
I've
want to say
lost
real
my.
quick
Oh, wait.
before we completely move on is the
Completely.
release date. For some
Oh,
reason, the North
yeah.
America is getting it like a little bit later. I don't have the other release date for us, but it is April 7th for North America. Um, so yeah, I think that's Easter weekend.
We get it.
Which would be I think pretty.
We get
You
it a
get it in
week
March, right?
before. Yeah, yeah. So
You
I'm
get it,
gonna
like end of
spot.
March.
I'll be there in Discord chat. Like, yo, I can't believe this just happened. You be like, yo, man, we gotta wait 2 weeks.
I don't care if you spoil it. It's fine. It's Mario.
Can you believe they killed Mario? That'll be it. That'll be it.
Oh man, I'd be excited.
It is a shame about these movies. I know they're not aimed at us and aimed at children, but like we can predict the film. Like that's like there's always that there's always a beginning, middle, and end. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like
Well, yeah. I mean, it's
you know he's gonna be probably a human for like 5 minutes of the film. He'd be like, "Oh,
no, they're not
honey,
doing that.
I'm
They're
gonna
not doing
kill.
that.
I'm gonna do this, that, and the other." And the next minute, he sucked down his pipe. He turns into Mario. Then he's like meets the Toad. Then he goes to Mushroom Kingdom. Peach is like, "Oh, this is going on. We're under attack by this thing. Oh, Luigi's gone missing. Blah blah blah." Then there'll be a moment where like Bowser's on top. Everyone's sad. No one thinks it could happen. Next minute, they find out they've got these Mario Karts. Donkey Kong's like, "Oh, I'll be your mate." And then there's a big fight at the end, and everyone's a winner. And you
I
just know
mean,
that the final fight scene will be Mario spinning him by his tail.
that'd be awesome.
That's it.
They made Peach like a badass in this. Like she wasn't
Yeah,
just some like
she got that
princess.
full
She had
get
like
up
an
going.
axe or
Yeah,
something or whatever. I don't know what they're doing 100% with Peach, but like I like that she's just not like getting kidnapped and then maybe she will get kidnapped. I don't know. Like every other game.
I suppose they want that strong female character, like
Yeah.
different time, different generation. Like
I mean, she's the princess of the kingdom. Like it's her kingdom.
Nick says, the final scene will be Mario getting a letter to Smash.
And it's the Smash
You'll
logo.
have the what
Sure.
would it be? Who would deliver the letter? Who's like
Captain Toad, he found it.
Kirby? Kirby walks in. I want to make a team. Let's go next up. There is not much to talk about. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sales. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is Nintendo's biggest ever launch ever at 10 million units sold in 3 days. That's a lot.
That's
Daniel.
a lot,
It's a
and I have
lot.
more here that I'll throw with you. This is all going to be just in order of just I shout out to Benji Sales. This is going to be from him. He's great. So not only was the 10 million units, in the 3 days, 4 million of that is Japan, which is now the fastest selling Japanese game as well. This is Pokemon's biggest launch ever. It's the biggest launch for Switch ever. Is including it's the biggest launch for Nintendo has ever had. This is the fastest selling console exclusive of all time. Any console, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. It's the fastest selling exclusive ever. And we're not even a week away. You know, like a week is tomorrow.
We're
So we'll see.
2 weeks
I
tomorrow.
know 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm sorry.
2
I'm
weeks
sorry.
tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow. So I guess we'll see what that first week or where we are now. But selling a lot. Um,
It's not surprising. It's not surprising. But you'd think there would be like a halt after day 4, where the discourse on the internet is this game runs like shit,
yeah.
and like not even shit. Like it is borderline. It is borderline unplayable.
Maybe for some people, yeah. I did. Mine wasn't that bad, but it ran awful.
Awful. Like I'm not even talking glitches. Like I'm just talking.
It just runs bad.
Just
Yeah.
runs bad. Like to a point where it's uncomfortable on the eyes. It is uncomfortable. Like there is windmills in the background going at 1 frame a second. Like
barely moving.
Yeah, like you've got
Or even people walking.
Yeah, ridiculous. Like that first scene in the when you one of the first scenes of like you at the class, and all the pupils
Kids
just
moving.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're all doing that like slowly, all of them. And I'm just thinking, how have they got away with it? Like, how? At what point do they like? At what point? I'm gonna vent now because I don't think I have. Like,
please.
We start the game, we play the game, we're having a great time. Don't get me wrong, and I'm part of the problem because I'm gonna finish this podcast. I'm gonna go down the stairs. I'm gonna go and beat a gym leader, and I'm gonna have a fucking great time. But at what point does Game Freak, the Q&A testers, the people that they fucking go, look, this is your job. We are giving you barrages of the same gameplay, of the same scenario, of the same area. Run around this area, find a fucking glitch, find a frame rate drop. Right, here's this hard that this is going to run on, and this is how we're going to do it. And they go, this is fucking fine. How is this fucking fine, Daniel? It's not fine. Like Zelda runs fine, Mario Odyssey runs fine. Fucking Legends Arceus isn't this fucking bad.
I mean, Zelda had a little bit of like framey, but it was nothing like this, and they fixed it pretty quickly.
But this is a point where you go into a new area. You go to a new area, and if there's two, say if you're on the desert area and you're on the edge of that other area, there's a grass area. This is where I am at the moment. It will struggle like fuck. It won't know what to do with itself, and it's not just the hardware of the Switch. It's not the hardware of the Switch because there's
that
ways,
is an issue.
It is an issue, but there's
it
ways
isn't the
around
only
it.
issue.
There's ways around it. This game is just as empty as Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's just as empty.
Sure.
Yeah, the towns, they're completely pointless. There's no point in having that much. Like, fair enough, it's like a personality. Like,
you can't even go in most of the buildings.
You can't go in most of the buildings. That takes away half the fun of the game. I love going into a building and going, oh, look at this Ghibli. What about nothing? But it's just part of the charm. The game runs like you walk, and it's just like I'm going to turn it on in a minute. Oh, right. I remember I've got to turn the game off at least, restart the whole thing, and hopefully it runs a little bit better. And it just doesn't run that good. Like everything's slow. Like things break. I get camera jank sometimes. I kind of understand that. Like if he's on a different terrain and I'm on there, and like I had a battle the other day, and I didn't see my Pokemon. The electric bird, the new wattle, electro wattle or whatever it's called, killer wattle or something. It's a bird anyway, right? The bird is too big. You can't see your bird.
Yeah, the camera when you're battling is always bad.
You see his back. That's it. Like it's just
unless you're in like a gym or like a raid, those battles are usually fine with the camera. But if you're like doing a random battle of a random Pokemon, the camera sucks. It's just bad. It's too close. It's in a weird angle. It's just. I mean, it's dumb.
There's the cons. Obviously, it runs bad. It's piss poor. It's any other game, any game that isn't Pokemon. This would be Cyberpunk.
This is worse than Cyberpunk.
Well, it is.
I did not have that many issues.
It is worse than Cyberpunk.
I did not have that many issues with Cyberpunk. Maybe it was just me, and I played on the Series X at the time. But like, I had no problems with Cyberpunk. Maybe a few, but this I'm seeing the frames all the time. It's all just the time. It just runs.
I know we've gone from a generation. We are at that generation. We're at a generation of 60 frames per second all the time. So it's like butter. Like it's like butter on the eyes. Like it's just smooth, silky smooth. And obviously you're going down. This game is hitting. I don't think it's ever hit 30 frames. It's 20 frames,
It's probably
19
struggling
frames,
to hit that. Yeah.
and I'm just thinking, and obviously there's a patch tomorrow, like update. There's a patch tomorrow. There
Hmm.
obviously there's other things. There is other problems with the game. Like there's a few. There's a problem with like rank gate, not on with unranked games. There's like an exploit where you can just pretty much guess the accuracy rate. It's all very
Yes,
technical,
I saw
competitive
that.
levels of.
I didn't put that in here. I thought about doing it, but we could talk about it here. Like yeah, having that it just kind of ruins competitive online battling. Like that's a big
And
fun for a lot of people. It's
they say they're fixing it. They say they're fixing it. They say they got to sort this out. I've not really had a glitch. I've not had the big spongy
me neither.
people. I've
Yeah,
had me and Natalie join the game sometimes. Like, but even that's a problem. You join the game, you lose half your Pokemon to the spawn. Half your Pokemon don't. Half you see the rate of Pokemon that you spawn normally. If Natalie's in my game, they don't spawn as much. There's like they just shrink the
not
size of the
played
Pokemon.
co-op.
Yeah. So like, if you play co-op, you lose half your Pokemon. If that makes sense.
That's
It's
dumb.
daft, which is like obviously there's like pros and there's you obviously got pros and cons I guess against it. It's great,
Hmm.
but there's nothing. There's not really much. There's no point. Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
like she'll come on my screen. She just won't be riding the Miraidon, and she'll just be floating, which is always funny. Um, but, I mean, it's just that performance. Like I don't mind the odd glitch. I don't mind it, even if it ran at 27 frames per second or like 25. But when it
If it was
can't
consistent.
hit, it's just if it's consistently like okay, but it's just not, is it? All right, and then obviously
It's
let's go
not.
to your pros. Like it's open world. It's very vibrant. It looks nice when it can look nice. You have the new systems are great. The best feature for me is you want to learn this move? No, that's it.
That's it.
Are
Yeah.
you
But
sure?
then you can go back and then do it.
Exactly.
You can go back and adjust them right there. I do want to say though, like I do like the let's go feature. You could send something
Yeah,
out and
great
do
feature.
that.
Well, it
But there is a setback too in like the catching isn't good. They fixed it in Arceus. You could just be throwing
yeah, you
stuff,
can throw
moving and
it.
going. Like there is a little bit from Arceus that I wanted in here that
Yeah,
isn't here. So hopefully the Gen 10 will have um, take both lessons from both and
yeah.
put
I
them together.
missed that feature. You said last week that you can't lock on, which you can, which obviously you probably didn't know at
It's
the
just not the
time.
same as the
It's not.
Arceus
It's
lock
not
on.
as. It's not as
That's
consistent.
kind of what I meant.
With
Yeah.
with Arceus, it's literally lock on, boom, 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 and it's so good. But I think that was their mechanic. They wanted you to fill the Pokedex more than actually.
Yeah. It was about the
Yeah,
catching.
it was more about the catching, which was great. And obviously, this is fair enough. It's routine Pokemon. Get it down to a weakness. Throw Pokeball. Now, this game, right, catching Pokemon, not easy. Okay, because these Pokeballs, these Pokemons, they're different type of Pokeballs. I'm gonna be very old right now, Daniel. They don't make Pokeballs like they used to. Okay, Pokemon Red. I saw a Rattata and I was throwing that Pokeball and it was staying in the ball. All right. Now I
Okay.
throw 20 Pokeballs at this dead thing. I'm one sandstorm buffeted away from it dying. All right,
I
and
am
it's
not
still
having
there.
that much of an issue.
They won't stay in the Pokeballs, Daniel. They just won't stay in there.
I think
If
it's
I get
mostly you.
if I get another ARG, I was so close. I will fucking flip. And I just want to fill the Pokedex. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's the pros are like it's everything that we ever wanted, kind of. Will any of these features follow into the next game? No. Will the Let's Go feature probably be there?
I hope that they
No.
do.
Like the Pokemon are great. Like the character models, they're good. The Pokemon models probably the best they've ever been.
Hmm.
Like you have a good look at a
They
Pokemon.
especially like even like the picture sprites that
Yeah.
you're seeing,
Yeah.
like those look are nice, crystal clean.
Mm-hmm.
They're very nice looking. But again, I don't want to keep saying a negative, but a negative I have is like, okay, we're at like a little over 1,000. I forget the exact number. We're a little over 1,000 now. The fact that the game doesn't launch and I can use them all is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Don't keep making new ones if I can't have all of them. It's
And
a
they're
problem
like
I had with every game. They did it
Sword and
with Sword and
Shield.
Shield as well.
But they
Did the
did it with
same
Sword and
thing.
Shield, added a DLC, then added the Pokemon in. So why
Yeah,
can't they just add them now?
just because they needed more resources, more time. They just take the more resources, more time, and don't make new Pokemon if I can't have them all. Like the point is catching them all and having them
Got
all.
to.
If a third of the Pokemon are in this game, what's the point? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm. Agree. It's
But I'm liking the game. I
yeah,
beat the
me
game.
too. I'm
We'll
having a
talk
great
about it.
time.
We'll talk
Yeah,
about Pokemon more, I
yeah.
guess, at the
I'm
end.
having a
But
great time. I'm having a fantastic time. I'm like, I'll play some Pokemon. I'm having a
yeah,
great time. Play some Pokemon, watch some football. I like the problem I have is that we'll we'll play the game. Me and Natalie, two TVs, playing the game, uh, similar stats and story, and we'll turn to each other at least once a night and go, "It's such a shame," and that'll be it.
yeah,
That'll be the
yeah.
conversation, and we know exactly what we're talking about. It's just upsetting. Like it's just an upsetting. Like there's another thing that Natalie just gets pissed off with. I can't remember what it was, but unfortunately, 10 million copies. They've
More at
issued
this
a
point, way more at this
they
point.
put a statement now. I don't know where the statement is now.
Yeah, I mean, they needed more time. They needed more resources. They needed more developers. Like Pokemon should not be struggling. If anything, it should be trailblazing. It should be everyone should be looking at what Pokemon's doing, and they're not. Everyone's kind of just looking at them like, yeah, like I don't think it's just only Game Freak their problem because like they have a strict deadline and they have to make a game and put it out at a particular time. Um, but if that they need to, I think adjust at this point because it's just not working. Game Freak just needs to be larger. They're actually pretty small, and they're working on two different things at a time. Why are you working on two different things at a time? Take another year. We just had Arceus in January. Take another year. Put it out any other time, next November or whatever.
They've addressed they've said we are aware of the players that may encounter issues that affect the game's performance. Reads Nintendo patch note. Our goal is always to give the player a positive experience about games, and we apologize for the inconvenience. The problem is that you would have been testing this game for years. Like it's
Yeah,
there's no way that there was like they
at
had
least 2 years probably.
there's no way they had, I don't know, 45, 50 switches. Everyone's playing it. They probably haven't got that big of a team, but let's say they got 45, 50 switches lined about. Oh, we'll try it on this one. Let's try it on this one. Because this is what it's all about. Is this bug only because of this Nintendo? Let's try another one. Oh, is it running badly because it's this Nintendo Switch?
Is it the
No,
light? Is the light too underpowered? Or whatever. Yeah,
exactly. So they played it and are like, it's chugging. Like I don't know if you've seen it, Daniel, but there's a 60 some guy, Bob Ross or I don't know his name, right? Natalie tagged me in it. She was like, look at this, a 60 FPS mod. The game ran like fucking butter. Like my eyes had sex with what I was seeing, and it was just this kid on Maridon running around at 60 FPS. I've never been so happy in my life, and the game looked amazing. Look at me.
this
I'm
was
settled.
he had it on PC. I assume he
Obviously, yeah.
probably did it on PC. I mean, the problem I think is Game Freak is just also not proficient with a game like this. They need more time to work on a game like this. They've never done it before. I mean, Arceus was a step, but even then it was, had regions. It wasn't like one big thing like this game. There is loading in this game. There are a few load screens, but like for the most part, you could kind of run from area to area. And they just don't have the know-how to do this. They just need to hire up, get someone that knows how to do this.
At what point do you just give the IP to somebody else?
I think that Game Freak still has there's a nugget of great here.
Yeah.
Like I'll talk about it when we talk about what we've been playing, but there is a really good nugget of great here, and I just think that they need to make Game Freak like hire more people. They need to be a bigger team. That's just I think the issue. More resources, more time to make the game.
Yeah. I didn't know with Legends Arceus. Obviously, the what's it called? The other ones, the remakes, they were made by somebody else.
Yes, the remake was made by Ilka.
And then obviously Legends Arceus came out.
Yeah.
And then, like, Tim Gettys said on a podcast, kind of funny. He was saying, like, the games come first before anything. So, like,
Sure,
if
yeah.
the game's delayed, the anime's delayed, the Pokemon cards are delayed, the plushies are delayed, everything's delayed.
All the merch. I mean, they make so much off of
But what a
merch.
stupid way of doing that, though.
Plushies.
Why not make the anime first? Not exactly going to
No,
spoil
but
anything, is it?
it is different characters and stuff. But I don't know. They just need to not be as tied, I guess, and just kind of
Unless
let the
this is
product speak for itself.
unless this funds that, if that makes sense. The 10 million, they've just
I
sold
guess
10
it
million copies.
could.
Does this then go into the Pokemon card funding? Does this that'd be cheap anyway? But does this go into the anime funding? Let's go hire up more animes because the animators are struggling. They're struggling to pump out all these at least good quality Pokemon episodes. It's just I don't know. It's like on the box it should be. It's such a shame. That's it
Yeah,
because there's so
and
much
it's
great
like, oh,
there.
they're gonna fix it, or at least we assume they're gonna fix it in a reasonable time. But it's like it's too late for someone like me. I'm done. Like I've already beaten the game.
I don't think if I had like a week off, I don't think I could binge. Excuse me. I don't think I could binge the game.
Yeah,
Like 2 hours is enough for me to go. Like I just can't. It's like someone just like hitting me in the head
that
of it.
frame
I'm
rate.
just
You start
I,
seeing the real world in that frame rate.
and I get it. I get like we're spoiled. Do you know what I mean? We got PS5s. We got Xbox
No, we're not
One.
spoiled. No, 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 don't think that. No, 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 no. We're not spoiled. They underperformed. They underperformed. That's what it is.
Did
We are
they
not
though?
spoiled.
Did they
Yeah,
though?
they did. They
10
underperformed.
million. They've not though.
They did as a video game. They underperformed for sure. Sales are a completely different thing. Did they exceed in sales? Yeah, they did. They had the best-selling exclusive of all time. At least launch exclusive to start. Um, but they failed at the game. We could talk more about Pokemon a little later too.
Sorry, I'm just proper moaning. Let it
No,
out.
I'm
I just
with
want
you.
someone to hug
I'm
me and be like, let it out. Let it out.
glad.
In next news, James Gunn has pretty much said that he's like took charge of all the DCU stuff. Have I missed the story because I'm gone down it?
No, no, no. It's the next one. So
Yeah, yeah.
basically, James Gunn's pretty active on social media. So he replied to a fan. Someone asked him, "Are there any plans for games to be connected to the?" Because they even changed it. It's not the DCEU now. It's just the DCU. He said, "Is there any games going to be connected to the DCU as well?" And because I think that he was already discussing other media kind of being in the same universe as well, and he said yes. So he at least has plans for DC games to be connected in some sort of maybe multi-universe, different Earth way. Like DC is pretty known for their different Earths and stuff like that. So um, yeah, that's I guess kind of exciting. I don't know. It depends on how you look at the interconnectivity. What do you think?
James Gunn has made me enjoy everything he's ever done.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like watching the Christmas thing. I'm ready for
Oh,
Christmas
I
at
haven't
that
watched
point.
it. I haven't watched it. I was
Just
waiting for
watched
closer
it.
to Christmas.
I
I
was
was gonna
watching it
wait
and
for
I was like,
Christmas.
it's Christmas time. I was so happy. Um, if you can grab this like DC, I'm not a DC guy. I barely like Batman. But if you can grab this DC universe by the balls and like do something like bring in the CW Barry Allen into a video game, like
Sure.
I'd love it. Like obviously
Yeah.
that's like really like that is like Nintendo 3D game. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, why not? Like, why not have? I don't know. There's rumors of uh PS5, PlayStation Spider-Man being in this Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, okay. That
Um,
particular Peter Parker, like kind of making an appearance.
yeah,
That's cool. 'Cause I'd like to see that white spider suit. You know, he'll be in his white spider suit, I would assume.
he was the suit was in the last one
Oh, was it? Where was it?
when they
Was it
went
in that
into
in that big?
in that big theater. Because I remember
Okay.
I fuck it. Well, I need to. I'll be 2 seconds. Is that all
Okay.
right? You keep talking
Sure.
about Spider-Man, but I need to go be a dad.
Okay. Yeah, Spider-Man. Great. I am very excited for Into the Spider-Verse. It's first one's fantastic. Probably one of the best superhero movies, at least up there, upper echelon, high tier. I don't think I've seen too much. I know that they've shown some posters. I think Haley Steinfeld has been hinting at things with her Spider-Gwen character. But I think they're changing her name. I think she's Ghost Spider or something like that, which makes sense. Spider-Gwen's a bad name, anyways. Um, Seeing the Spider-Man from the Marvel Spider-Man PS4 game, that'd be really cool. I wonder if they're gonna like pluck him out into the his universe and into the movie, or is it just like
Is it
how's I
bad?
wonder
Is it
how's
bad
that
that
gonna work?
I was just stood there like, how long could he carry this on for? Like,
Keep talking.
no,
Like, are they plucking him out? Like, I don't know. Like, he's like sitting there crying over Aunt May, and he just plucks out, and he's just in into
be
the Spider
quiet.
Verse
I
too.
can't. I genuinely can't wait for that film.
I don't know.
But I remember seeing it in that scene. I fucking popped.
Yeah, I must have missed that. But yeah, seeing the interconnectivity. I guess we'll just have to see what actually comes of that.
I haven't got much to say,
Um,
but I mean, it'd be nice to see the Batman Arkham, like the Arkham Joker. It's it's difficult for me to talk about DC because I just don't have that much of an interest.
yeah, you
But
have
I
interest with
try
the
so
games, and
hard.
that just seeing Gunn, at least have an interest in the games. He clearly has an interest in the medium. That's a very good sign. That means we hopefully should be getting more DC games, not just Batman. Um, yeah.
A lot of movie
What's the
talk on
next
this
story?
podcast this week. So we were next movie
Yeah.
talk. Squad and Beyond, the Wire developer Off-World Industries has announced a 12-player co-op Starship Troopers game coming to Steam in early access in 2023. Daniel, first of all, have you seen Starship Troopers?
Yeah, I love Starship Troopers. That
Mate,
movie's
that film
awesome.
fucked me up as a
That
child. I was
movie's
like, oh my
awesome.
god, he's decapitated. Ah, there's
Mhm.
blood. Dad, I shouldn't be watching this. But my dad was like in the same room as me. And I was like, is that moment? I was like, my dad's okay with me being in this room right now.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Because I remember one time my dad watched The Green Mile. Yeah. And he sent me up,
Uh-oh.
he used to send me upstairs every time there was one more die. And I'm like, I'm missing the best bit. Like, I want to know what's going on. I'm like, son, it's time to go upstairs now. And I was like, no, dad. I need to see what's going on. I come downstairs. Where's he
Um,
gone?
yeah, so that movie's awesome. I love that movie. Shout out to Rico. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be 12 players, some sort of like 12 player thing. There's going to be three different classes: assault, support, defense. So maybe it's like squads. There's gonna be a class progression system, five bug types, and five unique zones. So I guess we'll have to see what the game is going to be like itself. It's going to be kind of like Alien Fireteam or something like that, or I don't know. But yeah, it's cool. Let's get more Starship Trooper stuff.
Yeah,
They're only
definitely.
talking about PC too, so that's a little
It,
odd.
it's
No
nice to get
console
these
talk
games.
yet.
Like the fans will turn up. Like there's the Steam market. Like the Steam market is overcrowded anyway. But like another early access game. This would be another no disrespect like Ghostbusters, fucking Spirit Unleashed game. Like play it for a couple of weeks, get bored of it. Oh, I've been in that universe for a bit. Very nostalgic. Great. There's not much really to go back for.
Hmm.
But no, the movie fuck me or me.
Yeah, great
Fuck
movie.
me.
Haven't seen any of the sequels or the animated movie or anything like
Oh,
that, but I love that first movie.
I might watch it.
You remember Neil Patrick Harris? He's like a telepath or something. He could like sense the what they were thinking, the aliens were thinking. You remember him?
Who's Neil Patrick?
You don't remember Neil Patrick Harris?
Neil.
From How I Met Your Mother. He's from Harold and Kumar. The first one, Go to White
Yeah,
Castle.
yeah.
He was Doogie Howser.
I thought it was
The
him. I thought it was him. I thought it was him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Barney.
Very
Just say
young,
Barney.
very
Just
young.
say Barney.
Well,
Just say
okay, I should have
Barney.
said Barney.
Jesus Christ. Next door. What? Hold on a minute. This is new to Steve. This is breaking news to
Mhm.
Steve's brains. M-
Yeah, it
and
is.
Monster Hunter Rise is coming to current gen consoles and Game Pass in 2023. What's that? Whoa, how has this happened?
It is.
I didn't
There's
believe that.
information here. It's coming January 20th. So
Let me
very
just
soon.
let me just tell the podcast what I just read because I think I've read it in a really Steven way. An insiders exclusive.
Insider
Um,
Gaming.
the Insider Gaming. That's the one that you were complaining about.
Tom Henderson. Yeah, well, I
Yeah,
just say
yeah.
he
You
like come
were
up with a new name.
proper
Come up with a new name.
moaning, weren't you? I was like,
Come up with
Daniel,
a new
get a
name.
fucking life. No, you're right
Come
though.
up
It
with
is
a new
very
name.
confusing. So Insider Gaming has reported that Monster Hunter Rise, a Nintendo Switch exclusive, will be
It's not. I
coming.
think it's on PC now as well, but it was initially an exclusive. Or
Which
no, is it now coming to PC? Oh, I guess it was. It was
Ooh.
only a Switch exclusive. Weird. Okay.
Rise is coming to a current gen consoles and Game Pass in 2023. This is massive news. I did not expect this at all. I think we got the Monster Hunter Worlds, which introduced a lot of people to the Monster Hunter World.
hmm Yeah,
It was like a next gen game to buy at the
it's like
time.
Capcom's best-selling game, I think, right now.
And I put some hours into that game as well. But yeah, really
I
good.
couldn't
This
get
is
into
really
it.
good news.
Maybe I'll try the next big one when it comes out. I'll try it again. But
We put some
yeah. So
hours into that game as well. Like it was
people
like
love World. Maybe I needed to put more time into it. But yeah, like I said, January 20th is when it's coming out, and the expansion they're just saying spring 2023. So relatively close. They'll kind of pad that out just a bit there. But yeah, this game's gonna do very well, I assume. Um, I know people like some things from Monster Hunter Rise. They introduced a few new mechanics that weren't in World, but I know people like World generally more. But yeah, exciting.
very exciting. Can definitely say I am excited. Game Awards, Steam Deck. I know this story. This so this is really disappointing on my behalf. So Jeff Keighley has partnered with the Game Awards, his Game Awards, with Steam. Watch the show live on Steam, and one viewer per minute will receive a free 512 gigabyte Steam Deck. That's insane.
I just wanted to put this in here. It's not really much of a story, but any listener, like, if you want to try to get a Steam Deck, maybe try watching, have it on Steam watching, and you can watch it somewhere else too.
Are you gonna do this?
I don't know. Maybe I could try it. I'll probably do what I said. The thing that sucks, so I can actually, talk about it because we're talking about it here. The thing that sucks is it's on a Thursday, right? It's gonna be after this show, but I also have D&D
You
that
don't this week,
started.
do you? You canceling? Yeah, but you're on D&D
No,
on
it's next week.
you're on D&D
See,
on the computer.
yes, yes. So this my Thursday game, I don't use my webcam. We just kind of do whatever. My Monday game, I pop my webcam in. My DM that use the webcam. Me and him are the only ones that have a
Dress
webcam. Everyone
yourself
else
up
just kind
like
of
an
talks.
orc. You just sat there
Yeah,
with your makeup
I don't
on.
mind. Yeah, I have a wig for my character and some wings I used for Christmas or not Christmas, Halloween. I dressed
You
up like my
really?
character. I did, yeah.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah. But so I might have it pulled up. Why? But it's like it's run at the same time. So I might do. Maybe I'll do the Steam thing as well.
You
Maybe
may as
that. Maybe
well. Like
that's
the
just how I
odds are
watch it.
good.
Yeah.
There's good odds there. How
Yeah.
long's the Game Awards? 452,000 hours.
They better cut that. It better be 2 hours and that's it. It better, and that's even long.
That's the probably one of the biggest complaints that we all have. But there's good odds. Like I mean, a lot of people are going to be watching it at this point. Well, get yourself logged in.
Yeah.
Get yourself ready.
What?
I'm actually
Maybe
on.
you could tell me what version of the Steam Deck is this? This
This is the
isn't the
top.
low
This
end,
is the
right?
top one.
This
Yeah.
is the top one.
Yeah.
Oh Lord have mercy.
What's the what the chance? Like what are the odds? Like the odds are good. Like 1 in.
A million?
You've got how long's 2 hours? That's 200.
Well, I mean, so it's every second, right? Or no, it's
It's
every
every
minute. So
minute.
60. So 60 minutes in an hour. So 60
Yeah.
people per hour will
120.
be
Let's say
getting.
120 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours.
Yeah. 1 in. I'm not very good at maths. But like,
You
there's gonna
just
be
had it.
what? There's gonna
120
be
people
like,
will get it. 120 of
yeah.
them right there.
And the odds of that are probably 1 in
120 divided by I don't know how many people are really going to be watching on Steam. Most people are
a
going to be
lot.
Twitch,
A lot at
YouTube.
this point.
I mean, maybe a lot now. We'll see. We'll see.
Probably
I
a
wonder if
million.
Steam has like a number you could see how many people are watching. I don't know.
Probably. There's I'm gonna do it. Register. Oh, you have to
But yeah,
register.
yeah. Go. Oh,
You have
do you have to
to
register?
register. Yeah, register now. I'm gonna do that now.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave that there. And the final story. Wow, man,
News
what's happened to
story.
the
This is. I was waiting. While I was waiting for you, I found this story.
fictional games has announced Amnesia, The Bunker, a new sandbox open world horror game. Very interesting.
Hmm.
So fictional games has announced Amnesia, The Bunker, a new sandbox open world horror game, hitting the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC next year. And this is the Game Informer, written by Wesley LeBlanc.
Hmm.
Fictional games. The studio behind Amnesia, the series of Soma, has revealed that Amnesia, The Bunker, a new sandbox open world horror game. The Bunker will come to PlayStation, Xbox, as well as PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store sometime in 2023. Fictional says that the Bunker equips players with high levels of freedom to impact gameplay, choosing their playstyle as they explore at will this semi-open world. It's what 1 minute is bigger. It's like semi-open world, but the game has
Open-ish. That's kind of what they're
hardly
saying.
any scripted events.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's I guess player driven, and there's a little bit more of like what you're doing. So it's saying you're gonna have a gun, your revolver. They have some screenshots and like a
on
little bit here.
revolver.
So
Nice.
you're gonna be armed with a revolver and some sort of flashlight, little dial that he has. I guess it's gonna be some sort of anti creature weapon. But the bunker you're in is a World War I bunker. You're a French soldier in a World War I bunker. So sounds interesting. They just recently did a game too. This game, I think their last game was Amnesia Rebirth, which came out 2 years ago. I think that was in 2020, like early 2020. Um, so they put out this game in 2 years, or no, I guess it would be 3 years. Good for them. I know people really like the Amnesia series, so we'll see if they can pull off some sort of open world ish game. You excited to play a spooky game?
I mean, give me a good trailer, and I'm anybody's for $1. Um, for $1, mate. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, horror games are, especially open world one. That's the one that's
Yeah, it's
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Probably be not as high budget as we'd hoped. But,
No, they're not. They're not too high budget of a studio, but um, I know people really like that series.
they're doing. I'm excited. Always. Player's
Okay.
choice, unscripted environments, adaptive horror threats, tactical immersion. There's a lot of banging from my children. A lot. Bedtime as well.
Yeah.
Kids, if you're watching this podcast and your parents are like, listen, kids, bedtime. You need to go sleep. You got to go to school tomorrow. And they'll be like, why don't I want to go to school? I'm going to tell you why you don't want to go. You don't want to go to school. So listen, kids, listen, children, all of the children, these are the best time of your life. Go to school, 6 hours, get your education, learn your maths, learn your English, and enjoy life. But go to bed.
Go to sleep.
Okay?
Go to sleep.
Please. That's if you want to know why I've been like on and off for like 5 minutes, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And I've just said it out loud.
Yeah, you did. Well,
Uh,
that's the
um,
news.
that's
That's
the
the news
news.
for the week.
That is the news for the week. We are supposed to be seeing Callisto Protocol reviews tonight. I believe it's
Okay, sweet.
late tonight. Weird review embargo. Very interesting.
Review embargoes are always weird. I mean, even Midnight Suns is pretty late for a review embargo, right? So they're always odd.
Interesting. I'm very excited.
Me
Apparently
too.
it's
I have it
leaked.
pre-ordered already.
I think people have got like early copies. It's been leaked on the old it's been leaked on the old Twitch.
Yeah,
I skimmed through
and
that.
it's supposedly
Today.
about 14 hours or so,
Yeah, nice solid little 40
which is
hour
I think
game.
a solid time.
It's
It's a
a
horror
nice
game. You
little
don't
run
want it to
up
be
till
too long.
Christmas. because you got your
Yes.
nice little 14-hour experience now. Maybe next week you got High on Life, nice little 14-hour experience there. You got another
Crisis Core?
Crisis Core, nice little 14-hour
Come
experience there.
on.
Then you got to put your PlayStation away, and then you got to go to your parents' house or wherever you're going. You need to go see parents for the week because it's Christmas time. So yeah, I think we've set that we just ended the year nicely.
Just
And
riding into
then
next year, it's gonna be crazy.
next year we got nothing to worry about.
No video games.
Daniel, I'm gonna ask you what
Yes.
you've been playing, and then I'm gonna listen because I'm wireless and I may tell my children off, but that will be muted.
Okay.
Daniel, what have you been playing?
Hey, it's me. So I have been playing more Pokemon. Last week, where was I last week? I think I really didn't have a lot of the three quest lines done last week. I think I was only about halfway through each of them, but I was able to put a decent amount of time this weekend. Um, I have completed the game. There's a post game thing that I have not done, but I have completed the three main quests. They all kind of come together at the end, and you have one little bitty quest with your buddies, your three pals from each of the quests. Um, I had a breeze in this game. This game was very easy. I think it might have been a little bit not hard, but a little bit more difficult than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield was the easiest thing I've ever played. This game, I had a slight more trouble, but nothing. I barely ever had a Pokemon die. Um, I think you need. I would recommend probably around mid 60s, and you'll be perfectly fine for everything in the game. Nimona just kept challenging me and just getting beat to the ground. Um, but yeah, I think the story has a lot of heart in it, more than I expected. I really liked the cast of characters in this game, um, especially Nimona and Arven. I think they were pretty strong friends. Um, Director Clavel was pretty cool. Um, the gyms, I don't, I wish they would get rid of the gym tests. I think that a few of them are okay. Some of them are kind of fun, and some of them are just completely pointless and annoying. I wish they would just kind of get rid of it. Just let me maybe fight some people and then fight the gym leader. Uh, the gym leaders, most of them looked pretty cool. Um, I think Tulip, the psychic gym, I think she looked awesome. The was it the normal gym? Yeah, the normal gym. He's just a dude in a suit with a suitcase. He was just so bored out of his mind until I pummeled him into the ground. But overall, I think the gyms were pretty easy. I like their designs. Um, the Titans were all kind of the same. You kind of fight a big dude, you beat him, then Arvin joins you, you fight him again, and that's it. Then you go get a sandwich, you feed the sandwich to your legendary. Uh, Mine is Koraidon. I have Scarlet. Then he gets all his moves or whatever. Um, and then the star, what are they called? Star Team Star. Go get the star badges. Those are also kind of just the same thing. You go kill 30 of their Pokemon. Then you go and fight the Team Star boss in their little area, and they are just riding this crazy looking car, just really weird looking car, and you just pummel these Team Star bosses. I want to give a shout out to Aerie. She looked like a wrestler. She had like a star face paint on. I don't. You might have gotten to her. You might have seen her in a cutscene. Um, she has a cool star face paint on. I think she was. What was? I think she was fighting. I think she's the fighting star badge. Um, the star ones. It was probably my least favorite of the three quest lines. I liked Penny as a character, but overall, I just kind of blazed through the Team Star stuff. Where are you at, Sims?
Ooh, I have done 4 of each, I believe. 4 of each. Taking it slow.
You're almost done with the Titans. I think there's only 5.
Well, Connor's here. Hi, Connor.
Hello. Oh, he's making it into the show.
Oh,
We're talking
wow.
football.
Wild Connor appears.
We're doing what we've been
Look at
playing.
this.
Oh, what's up, guys? How you
What's
doing?
up?
Let me run you through the news dead quick.
Been tuning in and out of the show.
I want one
Are you-
comment for each news story. Yeah, ready? So we got
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Pokemon Scarlet Violet sold 10 million.
Game sucks. It's buggy as shit, and it's quite boring.
Mario movie trailer.
You know, it looks pretty good. I don't know about the whole 85-minute runtime. That seems a little short, but I don't know. I guess movies used to always be short, so
They want to get
Could be
people
good.
in and out of that movie.
I get it. It's for kids, but I don't know. Yeah, Mario Kart shit. That's cool.
Good. Yeah, James Gunn DCU movies might be in the same
James
world
Gunn
as
made rape jokes on Twitter 12 years ago, so I will not comment on anything he does.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Coming in hot. Connor's coming in hot.
I didn't know you had these feelings.
They woke me up at 8:30 to go to a fucking wedding. All right, I'm fucking.
Connor's coming in. Are you here for the rest? You good for the rest?
I mean, I gotta go to work still, but I got.
Okay.
20 minutes.
Look how small he looks.
Oh yeah, it's the glasses. It's the glasses.
like
Professor Connor is here. You know what I'm
Professor
saying?
Connor. And the rest is.
I didn't mean to be so hard on Pokemon, by the way.
We're talking about the Pokemon now.
Okay,
So I'm taking it slow. I'm watching the football, soccer for you Americans. Just for context, I have massive beef with the USA football team. I think it will suck, and I hate all of it.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, it suck. Pokemon, yeah, we're taking my time with it. We're both taking our time. As I mentioned earlier, the game is fucked, and
it seems pretty fucked.
Yeah, pretty fucked. I'm 4 in. I've got a good team together. I like the way it's so open. I like how freely you can move. I like the gyms that was Natalie's problem. Yes, last night she was just like, I've got to do these gyms, but I just don't want to do the challenges. And like the last challenge I did was you got to bid on some fucking seaweed.
All you do is just click the button.
It's ridiculous.
You know what I really don't like about it is how it's not like level structured. You know, like you could just go to any gym you wanted, sure, but that doesn't mean that you're at the proper level for it.
You know what I mean? I like that until I'm over level.
I guess, but like I had to look up like what's the proper way to do this for like level wise, because like I would have just went in a fucking circle, which means I would have gone way to the top halfway through and been at the hardest gym. And it's like, I'm really like that.
Sloan's doing that exact same thing. He's following a guide for all the 3 paths, and he's just kind of doing.
Yeah, I took a picture of it, and like it's funny because the guide, it's like proper, you know, for the level base, like what level you should be at for this place, and go to that one and that one. But it has me just bouncing across the map back and forth, like I'm on one side, then I'm on the other.
That's what
luckily you can just fast travel, but I'm just like, Jesus, like this game is fucked.
I've kind of done that. I've kind of gone from right to left to right to left to right to left, and I've not looked at anything. And it's kind of worked in my favor. But yeah, I enjoy it. I've got the good team. Like I said 1,000 times, I'm just taking my time. I feel like everyone's like, I finished it. I'm like, fuck it. The kid across the road that works at the shop is like, he got his Friday done by Sunday. And I'm like, fucking ignore it. I know we don't have as much time as everybody, but like I get so distracted. I'm like, I'm gonna follow this path, and then the next minute I'm back at the start because I've just gone over a load of mountains and whatnot. So I like the exploration. I like the map. I don't really like the battles. I'd prefer it if they saw me, I'm fucked. I'm like, I don't like having the choices making me go, I can't bothered. Like if having the choices like, I'll do you later, and then you forget where they are. And I like there's always a random guy at the Pokemon Center is like, if you battle 5 people in this area, we give you a prize.
Yeah, the trainers.
Well, yeah, it's Pokemon and it's what we want, but it's not. If that makes sense, like and it's typical 2 step forward, 1 step back type, or like 1 step forward, 2 steps back type thing. So like, yeah, Pokemon. We're having a great time. Like I said earlier.
One more complaint. And this is a complaint I've had just through the history of what they've been doing is how they've done TMs. They've made them these just usable items. You just use it and they're done. You got to make them or you got to find them. It's stupid, and it is awful. How TMs used to be, you'd get the TM, and guess what? Unlimited uses. It's just the TM. You have it. That's it. And now it's just some stupid usable item that, okay, if you want to use, I don't know, Shadow Ball, you want to give Shadow Ball to somebody, you have to have that many for however many Pokemon you want. So actually trying to grind to like, oh, have like battle ready Pokemon that I like to do, it just makes it so much harder because you either have to find this TM or just craft them with these materials. And it's just useless. It's useless time.
I've picked up over 100 TMs. I've not used one.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of it. More of if you're
any either.
It's more of like if you're trying to have a battle ready Pokemon with like really specific move sets and stuff, like
sure,
then you need a TM.
I just kind of fight every trainer I see, so I don't really need to level up at all.
Well, some Pokemon are not going to learn, I don't know, Shadow Ball, but you want Shadow Ball. You don't want whatever other ghost move they have. So you need to get the TM for it. And just how they've treated TMs historically just sucks.
I did get all 3 starter Pokemon, which I really like that. Yeah. Exploration's weird because like I don't like catching Pokemon. Like it's cool, whatever. If I see a cool one I like, I'll catch it. But like,
yeah,
that's all there is to do if you're gonna go.
Well, it was better in we talked about this earlier. It was better in Arceus, the catching. Like Arceus was the catching in Arceus was so fun, and that was the main point of the game. And now it's like they kind of regressed that a little bit. They need to take this game, take Arceus, combine them. I think take the best bits of them all.
Even maybe go back to like segregated areas. Like have the north, east, and south. Like instead of it being a massive open world, have like a cave that goes to the east, and then have a cave that goes to the north. Or do you know what I mean? Like, and then it's not as like taxing on the hardware that like it's struggling to do. Like it's just stupid.
That would also make more sense with my complaint would just like have one area be your level, 10 through 30 or whatever, and then the next area
Pokemon
is 30 through whatever. Yeah, but that's probably how it should be.
Yeah, you just go through.
It kind of felt like they were trying to do that. I don't know what's up with like sometimes it'll say like area 1, and then it'll be like area 2.
Yeah, well that's because it's
but then like sometimes they'll separate it. Like I'm like way up north now, and it's like area 2.
It's because if you look at the section, it says like East Province blank, and it's like their area 1 there, East Province blank area 2. It's just like they like split it, and then there's like areas in individual areas in between. But then there's also areas blocked out if you don't have the Titan abilities for your legendary. Like if you don't have the climb, you can't get certain places. If you don't have the water, that's like the first big one. There's the water, then you can't get to like certain gyms. So it's that even negates the open worldness of the gyms. Like there's one you can't even access really without the extra jump. It's the one I like, the psychic one. I just think that they need to take this and and build off of it.
Will they though? So Daniel's finished it. Connor, where are you?
I think I got like 4 badges. I think I've done like 4 of everything. I think.
Yeah, we're about the same then.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not. I'm just playing it now and then. I can't play it on TV. It just runs. It looks so bad.
That's just how I prefer to play my Switch, but
I would too. But like it literally feels like it runs better when you're playing it.
It does look better handheld. Like, it does run a little bit.
It is very odd, yeah. But it's just like I noticed the frame rate way less when I'm playing it on handheld.
It might just because it's smaller, you can see distance not as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, very weird.
Yeah.
Has anyone else played anything else? Like Daniel, what you played?
I played a little bit more of Pentiment, and I think I might stop. I really love the game, and I love learning the history and the characters. I got to like the first big murder, and it's just not completely for me, I don't think. But I love that this game exists, and I hope that they can do really weird and cool things like this. I just appreciate this game so much, but even if it's not for me.
I'm really looking forward to playing this game.
It's a really cool game. It really is. It might be for you. It's a super
too much
cool
shit
game.
coming out. I want to start it, but then I was like, hey, Callisto's coming out tomorrow, and I'm just like, I don't know if I get super into that. And then the next week's Final Fantasy and High on Life, and I'm just like, oof, too much.
Mm-hmm.
on it.
I have platinum God of War. Talk about that a little bit. Yeah. Fun platinum. Doing a lot of shit, a lot of side quests. Some fun boss battles. Fight another Valkyrie. Sorry, spoilers.
I assume.
Yeah, you also there's also like another side boss type of thing that's more like the Valkyries, but it's like, you fight a bunch of them, then you fight the main one at the end. That one was really cool. It had like a really cool side story with Mimir tied to that one, and that had a really cool conclusion. And yeah, good platinum. Had a fun time with it.
Is there any difficulty trophies?
No,
where you have to play things difficulty?
No, nothing like that. I actually turned it on to easy for the last boss fight because I was like, this is fucking hard. And then I played a little bit of Dark Pictures, not too much.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna play that this weekend.
Nah, I didn't end up having the time. But yeah, I might jump back into that. The opening was cool though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that game a lot.
Mystery type of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. Looking forward to Callisto.
Mm-hmm. I have it preloaded already.
Me too.
So I think Sim said tonight.
Late. Greg was like, look out for a Gamescast late Thursday
night.
Late
tonight. Okay.
So what are we saying? Midnight.
Fingers crossed here.
I think it's going to be at least an 8 out of 10. I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be a bad video game. I just don't.
No, I don't either. I just wonder what's the holdup? What's the review embargo for? Is it buggy? Because that's the rumor. The rumor is it's very buggy.
Before we go,
we'll see.
Are you going to be watching the Game Awards through Steam?
Me? No,
yeah, because I
didn't even know that was a possibility.
So they're saying if you watch it through Steam,
mm-hmm.
they're giving away a Steam Deck every minute of the Game Awards.
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe I will. I'll be working during that.
I'm calling in sick.
That'll be a bit difficult. Yeah, maybe I will call in sick.
I have D&D at the same time.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll probably have it on the side. I know. Do it on like a Monday or something. Or no, not a Monday. Do it on
a Saturday.
Or a Saturday. Yeah, do it on the weekend.
Sometime during the weekend. I got time for all that shit.
Ain't nobody got time.
Nobody got
time for that.
That's it. That's what that woman says.
That's it. So excited. We're there. Halfway across the world.
Just like before, I'm gonna finish it up in a minute. Like, how was Thanksgiving? Like, I've never really I've never had a Thanksgiving.
Well, we went out. We all killed a turkey brutally. I don't know how
fresh turkey.
Is. Yeah, fresh turkey. We went out there. I hanged mine, caught it in a trap, got it around the tree, just watched it choke to death. And I went under it with a knife, splattered the blood all over me.
Wiped it on your face.
Me and my family then burnt a goat alive on a cross.
Pagan family, I'm assuming.
Did a wild chant. Satan was there. He's doing well. He says hi, Sims. And yeah, it was good.
Is it just like a Christmas Day, pre-Christmas Day type?
It's just a
no
fucking
presents.
Family get together. Y'all sit around a table and eat, and it's horrible. It's as bad as that sounds.
Pretty much.
You not watch no NFL no.
Yeah, I watched one. I watched one game.
The Cowboys or whatever.
The Cowboys and the Giants.
I find it really weird that the Cowboys play every Thanksgiving. I'm a bit. That's a bit on the
every
nose.
Thanksgiving. It used to be the Cowboys, and when Washington was the Redskins.
It's really on the
Cowboys
nose,
and the Redskins.
That's like, what's the closest way we can recreate what happened?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
And I'm really. I've never
football.
I never knew this, and I'm very disturbed by it. Like, I've thought about it a lot. I'm like, that's fucked up. Like,
it's pretty fucked up now. I've never thought about it until now, but it is pretty fucked up. Yeah, you're right.
Did anybody watch the World Cup before we go? Or anybody watch?
No, I've been seeing what US is doing, but that's pretty much it. I'm not watching the games.
Anybody watch?
I don't have a way to watch. I don't have a way to watch it.
For my banter. Is it not free for you to watch? Is it not on like free TV or?
I don't have really.
I'd imagine certain games are and certain games aren't.
Every game
I could probably go to a bar and watch
TV
it.
over here. Like every game.
Is it all on the same channel for you?
Well, there's like BBC One, and then there's like ITV, and they'll take it in turns. So like, at one point, early in the tournament, like last week, there was like 4 games a day. So it'd be like BBC ITV, BBC ITV. And then England game is like, they'll make sure BBC has one, ITV has one. And there's like this weird curse. Like if they play on ITV, England play bad. If England play on BBC, they play good.
They know.
It's weird.
When does England play next?
Sunday in the last 16 against Senegal.
Big weekend for England. Tyson Fury fights too.
Yeah, Tyson Fury.
Yeah. Paddy Pimlet's the weekend after.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's weird though because this fight that on is it Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
It should be it could have been the biggest fight ever. Like it could have been
who Fury's?
It would have been what's his face, Fury and fucking
Anthony
Joshua. Yeah, that would have been the biggest boxing fight in the world.
That's not how boxing works, bud. You'll wait another 5 years for that.
But it's ridiculous. They're both technically in their prime.
Yeah. Well, see, it would have been the biggest fight ever had Joshua beat the other guy. I forget his name.
He lost, right?
Usyk. Yeah, he lost twice to that guy. So if Joshua would have won that fight, either of those, and then set up the Tyson Fury fight, that would have been probably the biggest boxing match of our lifetime. Well, Pacquiao Mayweather, maybe.
Yeah.
One of them. It would have been a close second. Would have been a close second.
Even without that happening, I do think
for England though, it would have been the biggest boxing match of all time.
Biggest fight in the world, like
and it still could be, but boxing doesn't.
Money.
They don't actually do fights.
Fury was like proper trying to push for this fight. Like, I think Fury was saying like, "I've gave him the papers. I'm ready."
Well, because he'd fucking kill him at this point. He knows it.
Yeah, like, do you think anyone's going to beat Fury? I know it's potential boxing, snooker.
No, it's not. Well, I don't know.
Think anybody's going to beat Fury
that closely? I'm sure there's some
like Wilder has been
that I don't know of, but
seems like Wilder's been giving him a run though.
Wilder,
but he's already 0-3 against him.
He's lost 3 times.
It's probably never going to happen again.
Wilder has been besmirched.
Yeah, I mean, he just won another match, but like that's what they should do is have Wilder Joshua and then winner that can get Fury again. But I don't think Joshua.
I don't think Wilder wants that
risk.
Wilder doesn't want
You think Wilder just would beat him up?
Joshua? Probably. Yeah. I mean, Wilder is like literally the hardest hitter probably ever.
Howard.
Yeah.
And I don't think Anthony Joshua can't take another loss, or people will just
literally every time he's won has been by knockout. And he's like 42-2. The 2 losses.
Wow. So he's just knocking dudes
every time.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I don't imagine.
And,
Joshua
and he hit Fury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a last fight, right?
Got up.
Yeah.
Well, the first fight.
That was his first
technically,
fight.
The first fight was a draw, and then between Wilder and Fury. And the first fight, it looked like Fury literally died.
He died.
And then he got up.
And then baby Jesus came and was like, not now.
Yeah. And he got up just so casually got up after looking like he was dead. And he's just like, yeah, I'm good. Like, what?
Dead. But like Wilder has the bragging rights. He has dropped Fury a few times.
Yeah.
I think it was that last fight. I think I've watched him.
Yeah, the third fight. Yeah. The third fight, Wilder actually put up a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
He dropped Fury a couple times, but it's still after a while, it just became he outclassed him.
I was in the same room as Tyson Fury. Say that.
Oh, at that WWE event?
Yeah, man.
Bigger deal. You were in the same room as Leon Edwards. Bigger deal.
He was there,
also, Ariel Helwani, who's like my favorite podcaster. You could have got me a picture and article.
Do you like Helwani? Yeah.
Oh, I love Helwani. Yeah. I've listened to him since I was like in middle school.
Really? He's on he did a really good interview with Triple H.
Yeah, he does a lot of shit for BT Sport.
He did MJF. Yeah, MJF.
Is he from the
UK? Helwani now. He lives in New York. He's from Canada.
Yeah. Oh, I have a story, but we have to go.
Go ahead.
Next week. Save it for next week.
Is it a long story?
I'll save it. But do we know any Canadians? That's all I need to know.
I know a couple.
I need a Canadian. Get me a Canadian.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to slaughter a Canadian on live.
Oh no.
Okay. Next week's episode on Tune In.
The Canadians upset me.
Uh-oh.
Did they lose to England? Or who'd they lose to?
No, not soccer. This is more personal. Everybody, thank you for the podcast. Thank you for the podcast. Thank you for
the podcast. People.
Thank you for listening.
We love you.
Don't forget to like, subscribe. I didn't say that at the beginning, but we were talking about snooker. You have to watch.
What did you tell the kids that I got hit by like a Coca-Cola bus or something?
Yeah, Coca-Cola bus. You were
Something
there.
like that was it. Okay, cool. You could just said I was at a wedding, but
Jesus
okay,
is
whatever.
always the real thing.
Guess I'm back from the dead.
I like to think you're dead. I'm dead.
Okay, that's fine.
Full
That's fine.
stop.
That's normally what we say about you, anyways.
Bye, everybody. Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I'm just about to end the call. Never mind for thinking.